So next question is, from where should I start if I am NCC cadet and pursuing BSc from biology? Should I first look for pay or experience?
Pay or experience?
I also didn't
Okay,
understand.
I'm going to presume that they mean internship then,
Okay,
without paid jobs जो होते हैं.
okay,
See,
okay.
it's completely your personal prerogative. आप, if money matters to you, then you can definitely look for pay. But honestly speaking, if you are thinking of pursuing higher education और आपको experience ज़्यादा matter करता है, then only I would say that आप experience के लिए नौकरी करने जाइए. But otherwise, I would suggest why not get paid for it?
नहीं कई बार होता है मैम कि like people choose job which is not from that. She is from biology, but she for
Okay.
just only for the pay she's just doing a job in some e-commerce sector or some place like that. So
Hmm.
but I think
But
she's
I would say MC, okay, I would still say that why not go in for it? See, the fact that it doesn't show that you're money minded. What it shows is that you are responsible. Okay, you are a biology student, but you couldn't get a job in biology field.
Mhm.
So what I did was I went and got a job in e-commerce. I decided to expand my knowledge, my work experience, and I already have the theoretical knowledge of biology.
Mhm.
Now I have practical knowledge in another field. So in future, I have a choice.
Mhm.
I can follow this path or I can follow that path.
Rightly said. Next is how to analyze our SWOT, like how to do the SWOT analysis before writing a resume.
Uh, okay, a SWOT is nothing but strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat analysis.
Yes.
What we do, or rather, the basic tenet on which a master's degree in business administration is built.
Yes, done.
Your strengths, like I said already, your strengths have to be something that you can use to project yourself in a positive manner to a prospective employer. So it
Yes.
needs to be something which will help you
Get job.
in your job. Exactly. Get the job and in the job. So, like I said, team working skills, initiative taking, problem solving, these are your strengths. A weakness. कई लोग weakness अपनी resume पे लिखते हैं and they write really silly things like, I get I've come across resumes in which the person had written that, I work well in teams as a strength. I am, I am very dedicated and I am very perseverant. And then weakness में लिखा that I get distracted at times. Now that in itself becomes a contradiction. Your weakness should be something which you should be able to portray in a manner that I possess this weakness, but I am able to overcome it. I am working towards it. तो वो चीज़ बहुत ज़रूरी है. For example, the fact that I am a very dedicated individual, that's a strength. But the fact that in my dedication, I unilaterally approach problems. मैं उस चीज के पीछे तब तक पड़ा रहता हूँ जब तक कि मैं उसका सोल्यूशन ना निकाल लूँ. That is a negative thing also because it means that you're narrow minded and आप broad perspective नहीं देख रहे. You don't know when to let go, step back. But it is a positive thing also because it means that you are that tenacious that you will go after it and look and find a solution for something. So your weakness has to be something जो कि आप convert कर सको एक strength में, interview round में आप समझा सको किसी prospective employer. Now, opportunities and threat. Opportunities are the jobs that you're, of course, the jobs that you're going to be applying for. And as far as the threats are concerned, that's the competition that is going to apply with you.
Yes.
So, अगर आपका resume जा रहा है किसी कंपनी में तो 5,000 resume और भी जा रहे होंगे उस basic job के लिए. So, how do you differentiate yourself? That's the SWOT basic.
Thank you, ma'am. I think it will help a lot of people to actually, put things in different under different buckets. So, ma'am, next question is how
Yeah.
do we consider public speaking as a quality? Like, is public speaking counted as a quality?
Absolutely. Absolutely it is. Public speaking means कि आपको डर नहीं है स्टेज के ऊपर खड़े होकर के बात करने का. Public speaking means that you are able to interact well with people. So that means what it tells me as an employer is that you may be able to negotiate well in future. If I teach you that skill in my company, you'll be able to negotiate well. Why? Because you already know how to interact with people. You're a people's person.
Yes, yes.
So public speaking goes a long, long way. The fact that you're a confident individual, it goes a long way in helping you secure a job.
So, ma'am, is public speaking and communication one and the same thing?
No, it isn't, because public speaking, communication is a two-way process.
Yes,
A
yes.
communication happens only when there is a speaker and there is a listener.
Listener,
A
yes.
public speaking is a one-way process. आपको खड़े होकर के किसी से कुछ बताना है. तो बेसिकली जो PR रिलेटेड जॉब्स होती हैं कंपनीज में कि प्रेस रिलीज देना है आपको, या आपको जर्नलिज्म के फील्ड में काम करना है, या आपको एडिटोरियल्स पे काम करना है, मैगजीन्स में काम करना है, तो वहाँ ये सारी जो स्किल्स है ये बहुत काम में आती हैं. So this becomes a major strength for you then.
If we don't have that profile and we're not good at public speaking that much, we do not worry that much, like, because
See, if you are not good at public speaking, if you are a
yes,
behind the scenes person,
yes,
then you are not. And if you're applying for a job in the media sector, then I
yes,
would say your profile would fit the backstage more.
backstage.
So features writing, editorial writing, copywriting, ये सारी चीजों में आप ज्यादा अच्छा करोगे. वनस्पत की आप लोगों के सामने आओ कैमरा पे, you may not be able to do well then.
It's a very similar question you've answered already, I think. Can I put skills like logo designing and artist if I'm having a blog and I'm actually setting those works for selling those works for reasonable prices? Like,
absolutely put that. Absolutely, yes. A lot of people now have personalized blogs.
Yes, yes.
Or they go in for their personalized websites. It's a good idea to put that link on your resume, but make sure that your blog or website is something that you regularly contribute to. उस पे activity दिखनी चाहिए, उस पे views दिखने चाहिए. नहीं तो otherwise, if it is just a static website or a blog that you created just for effect, then that doesn't really help your resume.
And if that person has not done any course or anything on logo designing or something like that,
that's okay. That's okay.
That's okay.
Absolutely. If they are able to do that, if there some people learn by experience, not everybody
yes,
learns by education.
Yes.
So if they have learned that skill, that means that they are willing to go over and above the theoretical knowledge. They are willing to go the extra mile to get a skill which theory did not give them. So that's a really good approach.
It's a plus point. Self-learner.
Yes. Yes, self-learner.
I think you've answered already. What is the best format, chronological or skills or functional? For resume, what's the best?
Reverse chronological order is recommended. And I would say quantifiable skills, achievements, trainings, accreditations, then your scholastic record, whatever educational record you have, work experience if you have any, achievements in that. These are the things that need to be mentioned in your resume.
So first mention skills, and if you're mentioning skills, enter it reverse chronologically.
Yes, it has to. Everything has to be reverse chronological order. The most recent needs to come up front.
First, yes, yes.
Yes.
So next question is, if a person has multiple achievements, probably we cannot write all. So which one should be given priority?
This will depend upon the job that you're applying for.
Okay.
So आप जिस job के लिए apply कर रहे हैं, what does the description, what the job posting that you have seen, what does it say? What qualities are they looking for in an employee? Firstly, based on that, choose the kind of achievements or whatever accreditations that you want to put on your resume. And apart from that, just check the company background. Like for example, there are some companies which are manufacturers of food, say food processing company है, oil बनाती है. Job description आपका जो आया है, that is for they're looking for an HR executive, for example. But वो एक food company है. Maybe you did a project once, which related somehow to the food industry. You should definitely put that in now.
Yes.
Although it is not related to your HR job at all. It is not related to the HR certifications or qualifications you have. But the company is in that kind of a field, manufacturing concern है वो. So you should put that kind of thing in.
Rightly said. So next question is, what should we have to write in? Okay, the achievement that is done. It's a repetitive question. I think a lot of freshers have a question regarding achievement section, and I think you've answered all the questions very nicely, ma'am. Okay. And yes, regarding the photograph also we have a question. Do we need to put a photograph on a resume? So I think that's not important.
Okay, some people prefer not to put a photograph on the resume. It is totally a personal choice. I recommend putting it. Why? Because आपका resume जब एक recruiter के पास में जाता है, it is your first interface with a prospective employer or a recruiter. When I see a photograph on the resume right up on top, it makes me associate more with the person.
Yes.
See, the human brain psychologically works by forming associations. If I'm able to associate with a face, I'm able to associate better with that resume. So it's a purely psychological viewpoint, though, but that's the reason I recommend it. But again, it has to be a professionally clicked photograph. Please do not put any casual snaps, any selfies, or any cropped photographs. They do not work at all, and they create a really negative impression.
And also it gives a face to the resume. So if there is something
Exactly.
striking, so then you'll remember, okay, that person who had that.
Exactly. I relate better as an employer. A prospective employer, I would relate better to the person.
So this is the next question. Should I have one resume or multiple resume?
I would suggest customizing your resume. So that is the resume format can be the same. It could be one resume format, but the details that you're putting in have to change with respect to each new job that you're applying for and the background of the company.
Okay.
So that would lead to multiple resumes, the same resume, but multiple versions of it basically.
Be very careful while sending resume. Which company
Yes.
you're sending resume to.
Exactly.
So next question is, what kind of personal details should I include in my resume? Personal details.
Oh yes, because we get resumes which read more like matrimonial biodatas at times. So उसमें लिखा होता है कि height इतनी है, complexion कैसा है, घर में कौन-कौन है, weight कितना है. So it's really embarrassing, and those details are not required at all. All I need from you, I need your name, I need your phone number and your email ID so that I can get in touch with you. Apart from that, I need your location. Yeah. Location and locality. For example, if you are in, like you're sitting in Bangalore, for example, now Bangalore is very vast. If I am looking for a job on Mysore Road, if I'm looking to recruit you for my office in Mysore Road and you're in Whitefield or Koramangala, then I can make a, I can make a mental association कि इसको ये travel कैसे करेगा बंदा job के लिए, इसको कितना time लगने वाला है. Same goes for Bombay. Bombay runs on these local trains. So if I'm looking for somebody who's on the Western Railway system, my office is there, and this particular person is staying in Thane, which is on the Eastern line, then I know that this person will not be able to travel. So put the locality and put the location also. These are the personal details plus your date of birth. That's absolutely right.
Nothing more than that. Okay, guys, don't put your weight, your height, your complexion or anything like that.
हाँ, पापा का नाम, मम्मी का नाम, बहन कितनी है, भाई कितने हैं, absolutely no need. शादी नहीं करने जा रहे हैं, नौकरी लेने जा रहे हैं. So put relevant data, please.
It will be very entertaining. It would be very entertaining for you, to read all these resumes. But after a point,
God, yes. After a point, it becomes like okay, but we keep telling people also, we keep telling candidates also कि please आप ये हटा दीजिए, इसकी कोई जरूरत नहीं है ऐसे करके. But a lot of them do that.
So next question is, which job portal should I upload my resume on? Like
Absolutely, you should go to Naukri first of all.
Okay.
The reason is Naukri, Monster, Indeed.com. ये पोर्टल्स पे आपका रिज्यूमे होना चाहिए. लिंक्डइन प्रोफाइल अगर आपका है तो अच्छा है, बट लिंक्डइन वर्क्स मोस्टली मोर फॉर नीश जॉब ओपनिंग्स एंड सीनियर लेवल ओपनिंग्स. नौकरी इज द फर्स्ट रिकॉल. कोई भी रिक्रूटर, कोई भी कंपनी अगर कोई पोर्टल एक्सेस करेगा तो सबसे पहले naukri.com एक्सेस करता है. सो वहां आपका रिज्यूमे होना बहुत जरूरी है. नॉट ओनली शुड यू फिल इन द कंप्लीट naukri.com का फॉर्म, बट ऑल्सो अपलोड अ कॉपी ऑफ योर रिज्यूमे. So, मतलब दोनों तरीके से आपका CV वहां पे जाना चाहिए.
Right. And a continuation to that question, like, is it important to have a LinkedIn account when we're applying for a job?
Not really, unless it is see, a LinkedIn account gives you certain kinds of accesses which Naukri.com would not. So LinkedIn, as the name suggests, works by association. So unless you're going to be active on LinkedIn, sending out invites to people, connecting with people, collaborating with them, joining groups like we do on Facebook. So LinkedIn works much on the social media factor. So अगर आप वो नहीं करने वाले हैं, so please don't have a LinkedIn account. Naukri.com is more than sufficient.
And ma'am, last question of the normal. Then we have some defense-related questions. There are, I think, 4 and 5 questions in that. Okay. Last question to this part is, my English is not good. Should I write my resume or should I get it professionally designed?
I would say if your English is not good, then agar aap, if you're writing your own resume and you find that the impact is getting lost somewhere, you're not able to convey as much as you want to, then I would say get it written professionally. If it comes to the interview stage, and this happened with a candidate of mine. I mean, one of my retail clients was looking for a department manager, and their specification was that we are a very premium brand, so we need the person to speak good English because he'll interact with a lot of high-end customers of ours.
Yes, yes.
My candidate couldn't speak in English. He was a Hindi medium candidate throughout, so he said, "Ki madam, मैं तो बोल नहीं पाऊंगा." So we still sent him for the interview. We spoke to the client. We said the candidate cannot communicate in English, but he communicates really well in Hindi, and he's a very, very confident person. He's very good at his work.
Mhm.
The client took the interview and they hired the individual also. But his resume was professionally done by us. So be honest, be truthful at the stage of the interview, but your resume needs to pass scrutiny first. So get it designed properly.
And now we come to our defense related. There are a few questions on that, ma'am. The first question is this: defense job resume are as equal as other professional resume for other professions?
They are, but you would not need to customize your defense job resume. जैसे कि हम हर कंपनी के हिसाब से या जॉब पोस्टिंग के हिसाब से कस्टमाइज करेंगे प्राइवेट सेक्टर में. डिफेंस सेक्टर में there are certain qualities that they're looking for basically. Integrity is the most important quality that they look for. The person needs to have a great deal of integrity. The person needs to be a self-starter. He should be able to take that initiative. The person needs to be able to follow orders on command without questioning them. So ये इस तरीके की कुछ चीजें हैं जो कि डिफेंस में पहले देखी जाती हैं. So those kinds of examples should come in your resume. Activities that you've done, like NCC. If you're an NCC candidate, you've attended, say, the National Republic Day Parade किया है आपने, या आपने national camps किया है, या आप कभी किसी student exchange program में abroad गए थे NCC में, or any other such kind of activity if you've done in NCC, that should come up on top because that will ensure your job in the defense arena.
So that is an end to all the questions that we had of the participants from the webinar. Thank you so much, Sonal ma'am,
Thank you
for giving your
me.
time. And
thank you so
very
much for
valuable,
having me. It's a pleasure.
very, very valuable information that you gave us. And I hope it helps all of you to prepare for your
I hope so.
interview.